Snag 'em, bag 'em, custom hand-painted lures, custom leaders made just for you. Hook 'em big rods and racks, cute, hook 'em all, big or small, sometimes not at all. Amazing fishing, bait and tackle, home to the world's strongest fish attracting. Triple X blood, Johnson's bait and tackle, everything you need to make them fish bleed. Fish Kevin Brock's gear and guidance. Fish with a pro, catch like a pro. Champion's cleaning solutions, from top to bottom and everything in between. We get it clean. Bayview Makers, custom welding and fabrication, built with purpose, forged with precision. Winning combination, thank you for supporting Old Fox Fishing and Fishing with Stoney Stone.
Join Kevin Brock for giant coconut tricks and tips. Secret corn brine for bigger coconut. Shasta Whiskey Town custom rod giveaways. Free prizes for everyone who attends. January 17th at noon, International Sportsman Show in Sacramento.
Real estate photography needs services for all your real estate photography needs. By Stoney's Photography. Don't hire a phony, hire a Stoney. Lots of availability. Next day turnaround, great quality, all quality and reasonable rates. Order online at Stoney'sPhotography.net.
When the sun is rising and the water starts to gleam, you need a rod and reel to chase that fishing dream. Head out on the lake or cast out from the wall. Hook up big rods, yeah, we hear the call. We catch them all, big or small, sometimes not at all. Built for the fight, built to last the day. We're the only gear you need when you go out to play. Others snap and fail you when the tension runs high, but a hook-up big rod will never tell a lie. It's the strength in your hands, the confidence you get, the best day of fishing you haven't had yet. We catch them all, big or small, sometimes not at all. Rods you can trust.
Welcome back to Monday night, and here we are. I'm here with my co-host.
Darren with Standard Issue Fishing Team.
Darren with Standard Issue Fishing Team, the man of a few words, but not tonight.
Yeah.
We're going to make him talk a little bit. Hey, man, I want to say thank you to all our sponsors out there for everything you do. There's a little video we played prior to the podcast. When you guys check in 5 minutes early, you'll see all our little commercials. But thanks to our sponsors for helping us out. Thanks to Eric, Darren. You guys are making all this happen for us. And I want to say thank you to all our followers, everybody that watches this thing live. We do stream live to Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and if everything goes right, next week we'll be on TikTok,
Talk.
Tickety Talk, whatever it is. But
Yep.
we're gonna go there as well, and a few more things up our sleeve. If you've been following us for a while, we build and build and build, and so we're just Darren's just looking at what'd you add this week.
Added a bunch, didn't you?
Yeah, so we have a great show tonight. Step, into our world, get a drink, whatever your vice is, and settle in for a good time. We got a fishing report we're going to give you. What's in the news segment. We don't have a guest today, so we're going to spend a lot of time on product reports, and we've got a lot of products to go over from three of our sponsors.
Yep.
Then we're going to talk about some tournaments going on, or some things around tournaments, just tournament talk.
Yeah.
Right now, it's all about catfishing.
Yeah.
And
Got a
then
big
I
one
want to.
coming up.
We got a big one. Then we do.
Yeah.
And then we're getting into a segment called "What's on Darren's Mind." So let's dig into Darren and see what makes him tick.
That could be scary.
And that's about it. So fishing report. Man, let's start with you, Darren. What's your fishing report
My
this week?
fishing report was working around the house all weekend.
Working around the
Yeah.
house.
One of the things I did try to do in preparation for the tournament is I tried to change out the broken fender on my boat trailer,
Okay, and
but I got the wrong ones.
I was gonna say I heard the word "try," so it tells me it
Yeah,
didn't work.
it didn't work. I ended up returning the ones I bought, and I've got another set on order.
Okay.
Should be here midweek sometime. So I'm getting in doing the prep work for the uh, the championship coming up here in a couple weeks.
So having a new fender is gonna make you do better in the championship.
No, just
We'll
just
see.
trying to keep things on in tip top shape, because if you want to win big, you got to act like you're big,
You do.
your stuff's got to be in good shape,
You just can't be a
you know.
standard issue.
No, it can't be. That's the thing about standard issue. We've raised the bar.
Oh, I like
We've
that.
raised the
I'm
standards.
gonna have to put that on a shirt.
Yep. So it's our standard issue might not be your standard.
This is true. This is true. So what else? Fishing report, man. You guys that are following Old Farts Fishing on Facebook and YouTube, you'll see that those guys put a spanking on those catfish again, 2 weekends in a row.
Mm-hmm.
We were out with them on last weekend, Standard Issue Fishing. Old Farts got together and this is the cool part, right? Is we are fierce competitors when it comes to the tournaments.
Yep.
But we can also go out there and spend a day together, two different teams, working it out, having a great time.
Yeah.
And then we did that a couple of weeks ago, and we got on. I think Anthony got his personal best, 30-pounder.
Yep.
Right.
Very nice fish.
Ended up with a 23-pounder, which we thought was a 30-pounder until
Yep.
Anthony's came in. And you're like, that must be a 50-pounder. It was huge.
Yep, for sure. It was a big fish.
Yeah, and so
I still think my scale was. That's another thing. I ended up buying a new scale because I just don't think my scale is accurate.
based on the look of those pictures and holding that fish, I would say that scale wasn't accurate.
Yeah.
It had to be heavier, but we got some big fish. So,
Yeah.
homework's paying off, and so Anthony and I went out last on Sunday
Yesterday.
I'm feeling it today, but Sunday, and we got on them. We got on some, so we're getting the intel we need. We moved around a bunch of spots, and we got some information. Now it's just a matter of are they going to stay there,
Yep.
and
Yep.
can we do it again?
Yeah.
But we're feeling good about the tournament, and we'll talk a little bit more about tournaments here in a minute. But the fishing report is Clear Lake is on fire. A lot of big fish, and we actually tried crappie fishing.
Yeah.
So don't ask me how that went, but I don't know how to crappie
Hey,
fish.
Stoney, how'd that go?
It didn't go. We tried trolling, we tried jigging, we looked at bait balls, we did all the things we've been told. So I'm like, you know what? We just need to get with a guide or a friend or somebody to
Somebody
kinda
that
teach
actually
us.
knows what they're doing.
And there's a lot of great guides on Clear Lake that could help us out. So we'll probably be reaching out. And this isn't uncommon for myself and for Anthony as well, as we book with guides throughout the year.
Yeah.
And that's kind of one of the things that I preach about is not that I'm preaching, but I preach about is supporting local small business.
Yeah.
And
sure.
the guides, the tackle shops, and things like that. So we book. Why do we book? Because we learn.
Yeah.
We learn.
Great learning resource.
And we put money back into the economy.
Yeah.
So those guys could feed their families. So
Yeah,
I'm getting
for
all
sure.
choked up here. Anyway, uh, yeah. So crappie fishing.
Yeah.
We didn't do. It was more like crappie fishing.
Yep.
We didn't catch anything.
Yeah.
So what's in the news? What's going on? Anything you want to talk about that's going on in the news? I got a few things on my mind.
Not much that I can think of. Yeah, not much that I can think of right now.
Do you even watch the news?
I do. I actually watch too much of the news, and I think it's rotting my brain.
So you got to watch the Daily Show. This isn't to plug. We're not getting paid, but the Daily Show is where I get my news because that is funny. They pick on everybody, anything, and I just it's entertainment. It's on Comedy Central. It's kind of cool that I just watch it. That's where I get my
Yeah.
news because it's just hilarious. But in the news, ISC shows coming up.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh,
Kevin Brock is going to have a booth. We're going to be in his booth. I should say, Old Farts Fishing will be in their booth, selling some stuff, helping Kevin do things. I got my team going out there with Eric and which I guess we can go under all kinds of different names, but
mm-hmm.
Sony's Photography or Time Hatter Productions, which we'll probably do it under that, or Blue Dream Productions. You would throw a label on it, but we will have a production team shooting some video of the ISE show. Kevin's booth. He will have a seminar on that Saturday, and the dates are not in front of me. I think they're on the bottom of the ticker. If you look at the ticker scrolling on the feed there, it gives you the dates for the ISE show. And there you go. See, I got a producer that watches all that stuff. Awesome.
Yep.
Great job, Eric. January 17th.
Beautiful.
And that week, that Saturday of that, I think it's like 3 or 4 days long. Um, on Saturday at noon, Kevin has a seminar talking about kokanee.
Okay.
He's going to have a lot of rod giveaways, product giveaways. We're going to be filming it out there. Stop by his booth, and we'll have a bunch of old farts fishing swag, some catfish swag, some things that we've created over the last few months. Which leads me to in the news,
Mm-hmm.
Old Farts Fishing released their store. They have an
Oh,
online store
they
now.
did. That's true.
Yeah, so you can
They
go to
did.
oldfartsfishing.com and check out the online store. Lots of merch. They are adding products every day, creating new kind of fun things, gifts, things along those lines.
Yep.
Not to turn this into an infomercial, but go to oldfartsfishing.com and pick up all of your swag. Um,
Yep.
but go check it out, and if you have ideas of things you want to see or you don't see, or you don't have the colors that you want, hey, let me know. We can make that happen. We can
Custom
change.
order.
Or a custom order. We can do custom one off, or you see something you like, you say, hey, I really like that design, but I want my name put on it.
Yep. There
Or
you go.
a long sleeve, you got a hoodie and you want names down the side. Yeah, we can do anything you want.
Yeah.
And it's not batch processed. We can do one offs if need be. But sometimes it'll be a little bit more because it's a one off. But we'll work with you, make it happen.
Very
So go
nice.
check that out.
Yep.
We are going in lots of different directions. What else is in the news? Oh, driving with Stoney Stone. I just got to touch on this. Man, it's been crazy, and this the stuff we see now. The driving with Stoney Stone brand. It's all about the dash cam footage,
Yep.
and we get a lot of it. And I've got dash cams in several cars. My wife has one. I have one. Eric's got one. Darren's got one.
Yep.
Anthony's got one. Everybody's got dash cams, and so if you're a dash cam manufacturer or distributor and you want to sponsor Driving with Stoney Stone, hit me up. We'll get you connected. We always need dash cam sponsors,
Yes.
but Darren is a member of the dash cam sponsor thing because he got a dash cam for free to put in his vehicle.
Yep.
Why? So we can get footage for Driving with Stoney
Yep.
Stone.
Yep.
So the more dash cams I get,
The more footage we
the
can
more
get.
footage we get. But if you've got some great footage and you can figure out how to send it to us, we'd be more than happy to put it into one of our videos.
Yeah.
And there's lots of people with dash cams, and our page isn't about the drama of L. You see a lot of footage out there of people. It's just crazy car
Just
crashes, flying,
accidents.
just stupid.
Yeah.
Ours is real life, day to day in our area of things we see.
Yeah.
So what leads me to that is going to Clear Lake on Sunday, foggy or fog. I mean, it's pretty socked in, but people that know how to drive in the fog know how to drive in the fog. Or
Yeah.
it wasn't terrible, but it was foggy. Well, I'm on I-5 and there's a car in front of me with this little flashers on doing like 40 miles an hour in the fast lane. Yes, it's foggy. I get it, right? Well, I look up, there's another car in the slow lane with his flashers on, and I'm thinking it is so foggy that if something was going on, you would have seen a lot of lights.
I got a question though.
Yeah.
You said one key thing. You looked up and seen a car in the other lane. What were you looking down for?
I should say I looked a little further because I saw
Oh,
lights.
okay.
But you got two cars, one in the fast lane, one in the slow lane, both with their flashers on. Obviously, can't drive in the fog. Well, I'm thinking to myself, the guy in the fast lane, why don't you just move the hell over?
Yeah,
Why are you stacked? So he turned his flashers off for a moment. I'm like, okay, he's figured it out. He's gonna. No, he turned it back on, but he wouldn't move over. And we're doing 40 miles an hour.
yeah,
I'm like, I can see farther. I mean, so I'm at like 55 towing a trailer still, but I could see there's nothing. And so I ended up got a chance. I went in between them and went on my way. Well, I'm looking at my mirror. The trucks are getting mad at him because they're
yeah,
blocking traffic. And the semis are like, they're not messing around. They're like ready to push
yeah.
him out of the way.
They're making money.
Oh, yeah, you're
They're
holding up
making money. You're
progress,
holding it up.
right?
Yeah.
So that was one of the videos we put out. Then coming home, I get off, the exit I need to get off 50. I get off and watch the video, driving with Stoney Stone. And I like to use this phrase lately, an ass hat. That's what I call him, an ass hat. Decides to go from the very far right across 3 lanes to get into a turn lane, which he can't get into because cars are there.
Yeah.
So he gets across and basically stops in front of me as I'm doing 45 miles an hour, 40, 45 miles an hour,
Towing your boat.
towing the boat. And I lock the brakes up. The chatter comes on because the anti-lock brakes kick in. Poor Odie hits the dash.
Yeah.
He's asleep on the seat, and he all of a sudden was woken up with his ass is on the floor.
Yeah. I think he's still a little traumatized.
He's just laying there.
Yeah.
But I almost T-boned this person. Then they want to speed up and get in front of me after that. And I'm like, no bullshit. This ain't happening. I was, I'm not a road rage kind of person, but at that point I was ready to, go to blows, and I don't want to be that person.
No.
I'm bigger
Not
than
worth
that.
it. Not worth it.
No, but it was just so. But we get it on foot. We get camera footage out there.
Mhm.
I got one I'm working on today. Same thing. I'm ready to get on the freeway. I'm turning right. I'm in my own lane. This guy can't fit in. It's like he decides at the last minute that he wants so he doesn't even want the exit. He wants a turn before the exit, and he
Oh
like
gosh.
it wants to make a right turn from the lane outside of me as I'm going straight, and almost turns into me with his he has his blinker on, but because you turn your blinker on means I'm just going to disappear.
Yeah.
That's the part that irritates me. That's not how it works, people. You don't disappear. It means, yes, I have my blinker on. I want to get over. Doesn't mean I have to let you over. It doesn't mean that I even saw your blinker.
Mhm.
Sometimes I don't even pay attention to what that guy's doing because I'm paying attention to the guy on the right or the guy in front of me. I don't even see that
Or
guy
not paying attention at all.
or not even paying attention at all. But just because you put your blinker on doesn't mean that gives you the right to put it in there. You have to
No.
wait for me to say, yes, you can get in there. Doesn't mean I'm
Yep.
wrong. I might be a jerk about it, but the point is, if you crash into me, it's your own damn fault.
Yep.
So I'm still a little upset about it.
Can tell you're a little bit wound up
A
there.
little wound
That's
up.
okay.
Even the safety meeting didn't even happen. That
Yeah.
didn't even help. But yeah, so ISE show,
Drive smart, people.
drive smart. Check out Driving with Stoney Stone. ISE. What else?
Oh, Ben and Warren say hi.
Who?
Ben Harper.
Ben Harper and Warren. Thank you guys
Nice.
for
Thanks for joining us, guys.
join us. And we have no guests, so you know what that means? We got lots of time to do product reviews.
Yes.
So we're gonna jump right
We've got
into
a
it.
lot of them.
Yeah. So where do you want to start? You want
Um,
to
let's start with Big Willie.
you gonna do what?
We're going to start with a Big Willie.
A big Willie. We're gonna start with a big Willie.
Would
So
you like to start with his rub?
we can start. So here's the commercial: Big Willie's sauce and meat rub. You can do it dry or you can do it wet, as long as you're rubbing your meat
With Big Willie.
with Big Willie. Anyway, Big Willie,
Good stuff, though.
owner of Amazing Fishing, great barbecuer as well, right? Not only does he do great barbecue, this is how great his barbecue is. So I got a story to tell. It just
Okay.
came to my head. We're talking about Amazing Fishing. He's been a sponsor for a long time. Provides us with Triple X Blood, and we're going to do a review on that. But he also does barbecue, so he's got his own rub. You can go to the Amazing Store and find it. We've used it on tri-tips, on steaks. It's an amazing. And then this rub, when we smoke meat ribs, I love this for the ribs.
Okay.
So you get your Big Willie sauce and meat rub. Just rub your meat, comes out great.
Nice.
But Big Willie's got some great stuff. Where was I going with this, Darren?
I don't know. You had a story to tell.
Oh, there you go. Thank you.
Those
See,
Big Willies get 'em.
Big Willie's got me confused.
Yeah.
So we did a tournament. He comes out from Lancaster. He calls me up. He says, he's a sponsor, provides the product, and he says, "Hey, I want to fish a tournament with you." So I'm like, "All right." So I never met this man in person. It was just
Right.
all online. So he decides to come to the house, and but I go pick him up. I go to the airport. I pick him up. We're chit chatting. And we have a nice conversation, getting to feel each other out, know each other a little bit more. Because here I am, I don't know this guy, but I'm inviting him into my home.
Right.
Right, we're gonna take off and go to Clear Lake to go, fishing all weekend, and so I'm like, I'm taking a big risk. I don't know this guy, but
Yeah.
some guys you just know. And so he shows up at the house, and we're talking. I introduce him to my wife, and he reaches his pocket and he pulls out a piece of chicken, and he just starts eating some chicken. And I'm like in my head going, I just like I don't even know what to think. I mean, there's so many thoughts going in my head, and there's like so many thoughts I don't even want to go there. But I'm thinking I get this guy that I met online. I pick him up at the airport. He comes to my house, and he's just eating chicken in, in the kitchen with my wife.
Oh
And
no.
I'm like, first I'm thinking, so where would he get that chicken? And so Willie tells me, he's like, you got to be prepared. No matter where you go, you got to have the chicken with him. And so he has chicken every time he goes someplace. He's got a piece of chicken, and it's in his pocket or his lunchbox, whatever it is. But so we started, and this is one thing Anthony, if you're watching, you got to remember this. I always forget. We started winning more tournaments with Big Willie because he's fished with us a few times. Is we need the chicken on the boat,
Yeah.
not for the bait, just cooked fried chicken.
Yeah.
And that was our secret. And JR would come and fish with us, and he'd go to Kentucky Fried Chicken and buy a big bucket of
Yep.
chicken. And so as we were fishing, we are eating chicken, and we would catch more fish. So I don't know if it's a greasy chicken on your fingers or whatever,
Could
or
be.
the
Could be.
smell of the chicken in the air and those catfish go crazy. But
Could be.
I got to get some chicken now for the next tournament.
Yep.
And so watching my
Which is
boat,
going to be rough. Well, you're going to have to get it. It's going to have to be day old because.
it's cold chicken's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want it too old, but
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be our I forgot as I'm just like talking through it. The chicken was what we needed.
Yeah.
So
But we still got a lot of
we
the
do. We
Big
do.
Willie's amazing triple X blood here. We haven't even talked about yet.
Right. So
So you
let's
got
look through this. Let's
like
just
6 different ones here.
it looks like 6 different ones. So I reached out to Willie and said I want to do a giveaway. And we're going to talk about these products, and then we're going to talk about the giveaway, and we have a trivia thing for you. But let's get into some of this stuff before we give away product. So the worst jar here, you see the stuff. Um, it's kind of liquidy. It's got some substance in it. It's got some looks like some glitter and some things like that. But this
Yeah.
is the world's strongest fish attractant. At least that's what his advertising says. And there's a news clip and a bunch of stuff where they got banned on some pay lake for using this stuff
Oh wow.
because they wouldn't let them use it because they were catching all the fish.
Yeah.
But this stuff works, right? And not only does it
It
work for
does.
catfish, it works for striper, it works for halibut, it works. We've tried it on sturgeon, we've done, and there's tons of different flavors. And I'm sure there's formulas for all of this, but I know the OG garlic blood, OG blood is
Hmm.
the best. This is the one I love the most. Here, you can check it out,
Yeah.
review it. But these are things we're gonna give out with a trivia question. This one here is a fish attractant that's OG garlic. So that one's got blood in it. That's why it's red.
Okay.
Don't ask me what kind of blood. I don't know if it's human blood, cow blood, fish
Chicken
blood,
blood.
chicken blood, but it's blood. This one is
Yeah.
a garlic
That
OG.
looks a little bit better when you shake
So
it up
why do
there.
people use garlic in their fish attractant?
It's just the scent, I think.
You think? Yeah.
Yeah. Keeps the vampires away, so it's got to be something.
And this is the same as the big bottle. This is just a small bottle of the same
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
And this one came out, I believe it was out last year. This is the Blue Diamond scent.
Okay.
I don't know why it's Blue Diamond, but we use this stuff
Because it's
on.
blue.
It's blue. That's right. But we use this. So if I'm catfishing, typically I'll use the triple X blood in that. But if I'm doing like ocean fishing or even the striper,
Hmm.
I'll use the OG diamond or the blue diamond.
Okay.
So I like this. If you're trout, if you're doing some of those, it's a different scent, I think, and that's why it's formulated differently for a different species. But
Is it?
check that one out.
Yeah.
Uh, now this one came out last year. Now this one is called Liquid Stank. I
Ooh.
like the name. This one you do not want to open this inside a closed environment. You want to clear a room, just open this up, spray it around a little bit.
Oh boy.
But the liquid stank, this stuff for catfishing is fire. Uh, you just got to have a strong stomach, and it is surely liquid stank.
Ooh.
Uh,
That's
so,
scary.
so question for a cat fisherman out there, you put in the comments if you're making any comments, or I'm going to ask Darren, is Is there a time better to use stinky bait versus fresh bait when you're catfishing? Is there a time of year or a time of life? What would your reasoning be to go either stinky or fresh?
Um, I think stinky would be. I would imagine in the heat of summer when the water's kind of not moving as much, and this it's not carrying the scent as far. So maybe the stinkier baits you're gonna hold the scent longer.
So do the cat is the water clarity better in the summer or the winter?
I would think it'd be better in the winter because it's cooler and you don't have the algae blooms.
Right. So with that logic, right, we're just kind of talking steps through logic wise, is if it's murkier, the fish can't see very much, so
Right.
they're gonna rely more on the sensory, like the smell,
Yeah, the little marbles.
right? How's that again? So I would agree that is my logic says I go through it is well, if they can't see the water clarity is bad, you probably want to go with the stinkier bait. If the
Hmm.
water clarity is good, the lake is healthy, maybe you're going to go with more of a fresh bait or
Yeah.
whatever you're using. And we're talking catfish, and
Yeah.
I was talking on Kevin's podcast. We were talking about catfishing, and it's more because of it's my passion, not so much Kevin. So Kevin's learning more about catfishing, but we're talking about that. One of the guys on the show says, we're talking about the new catfish brine and things like all these scents and all this stuff, and
Right.
he's like, one comment had kind of resonated, and this people got to remember this is that he said it's catfish. It's not that complicated, and it just
Yeah.
resonated because he's right. Right? We've caught catfish on anything. People that are bass fishing, catfish, crappie fishing, catfish are gonna eat.
Hmm.
If they're hungry and they're there, they're gonna eat. You buy all this product because you want to have that little bit of an edge. You want to have a little bit
Yeah.
of that. Well, I want to entice them,
Right.
right? That yes, they have a plenty of food there, right? And that's the other thing is if there's huge bait balls, there's going to be fish there.
Yeah.
They're going to be gorging potentially.
Yeah.
And so the reason you use some of these attractants or colors or things is because you're trying to stand out in a crowd is I guess the best way
Exactly.
to
Yeah.
do it, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's going to be sexy looking or it's going to be you smell bad,
Yeah.
right?
One of the two.
But you want to separate yourself from the crowd,
Yeah.
and that's why you do this, and that's why Big Willie's very successful with amazing fishing and doing all of his scents. Here's one of my favorite scents.
What is this one here? What is this one?
How are you going to pronounce this?
That's anus oil.
Is it anus or is it anise?
Who's your niece?
I don't know. But if you go to Old Farts Fishing, I think those videos are still up. I might have taken them down, but there was some videos where we talked a lot about anise or anise oil and where it came from and how it was made. That's when we first started doing videos. We had more of a sense of humor and not so serious, but there was some pretty racy videos about anise oil. But
Yeah.
this here is magic.
Is it?
And this is why I think it's such a smaller bottle because you don't need a ton of it,
Okay.
right? We use this. So let me tell you a story. Knight's Landing, whatever place
I
we
know
go
that
to,
place.
you know that place. About this time, and so maybe. Oh, so now I'm thinking. So Anthony, and I were talking about going to the Delta,
Hmm.
but we're in November. 2 years in a row, last year and the year before, in November
Hmm.
is when we caught our sturgeon at Knight's Landing.
Right.
So the first year we caught our sturgeon 2 years ago, I was using a sardine.
Right.
Anthony's like, you're not gonna catch a sturgeon on a sardine, but I put it, and I put it on a sturgeon hook, and I'm like, well, if I catch a striper, great. I just have to. It's not gonna pin the same. I'm gonna have to keep them pinned because
Yeah.
it's barbless, right? But
Right.
so I put the anchovy out there. Nothing was happening, and
Now, which one was it? Anchovy or sardine?
well, one of the two, one of those fish. We used them both.
Details, buddy.
I
Details.
know. Well, say anchovy. Could have been a sardine, but one of those fish because we have them both, and I like using both because one's gonna hit, one's not.
Right.
But it's one of those. You got to figure that part out. But one of those fish, anchovy or sardine. We did these commercials about anise oil. We're making fun of it, right? And I had never used it.
Right.
I was just making fun. We had the Pro Cure brand, and we're just making some funny with my buddy Big Mike. We were making a lot of funny videos.
Yeah.
So we made one on this, and then I'm like, so I'm sitting there on my phone because fishing was slow. I'm like, what is this stuff really used for? What does it do? So I'm like reading it. It's like it's a fish attractant, and it goes, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. So I pull my line back up, and nothing has touched it. So I take this little anise and triple X, maze, just put it on there, threw that line back out. Not more than 15 minutes later, thing bends over.
Nice.
Biggest sturgeon I ever caught. Um, with an soil.
Nice.
The next year, November, we go back out there, and I'm like, Anthony, we got to get you one too. We're fishing out there, and he's bouncing a. I don't even. I think could have been an anchovy. I don't know what it was, but he put some of oil on it. Boom, he caught his sturgeon.
Nice.
So now I'm thinking in my head, we're in November. I might have to just go to Knight's Landing on
Yeah.
Sunday,
Yeah.
bring a bottle of anise oil,
Yeah,
and see if
he's,
now I don't even know if we can legally,
November's coming up.
but we can't target them on the.
You can target them now.
Can we?
Yes.
With catch and release. I know
Yeah,
we can't
catch
keep
and
them,
release.
but we can target now.
Yes,
Okay.
I believe so.
As I'm sitting here talking about it, I'm like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, am I getting myself in trouble here? Fishing game's gonna be looking for him, but we can target him. We just can't keep
I
him.
think it opened up in October. If
Perfect.
I remember right.
All right.
For catch and release only.
So I will be looking that up because he could be a prankster. I don't want him to mess with me. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I was joking with you. I wasn't. No.
Don't trust me. I'm old too.
So we will be looking that up. Maybe Anthony, that's what we'll do on Sunday is go to Knight's Landing, see if we can get a third time in a row
That'd
a
be interesting.
sturgeon. Dude, that would be the trifecta.
Yeah.
To do it, I mean, to basically sit here on a podcast, which I didn't have back then, and say we're gonna go catch a big sturgeon, and actually on Monday show the video. So we'll see. I got to talk to my fishing partner. I can't just. He's online. Maybe he's not. Anthony, if you're out there making a comment. So sturgeon, you gonna do it 3 years in a row? He's always down for a challenge.
Yep.
So anyway, Triple X Blood. Spent a lot of time on them. Let's jump into Snag 'em and Bag 'em. So Snag 'em and Bag 'em is a great sponsor. If you guys are catfishing, striper fishing, halibut fishing, I mean, you name it.
Yep.
I'm gonna open this package up. This is one of those floats that they make, right? So custom made leader, big old. You want to touch that hook? You got a Gamakatsu hook. Touch it. No, see that thing I just look at it and I want to get hooked, right? It's got a custom length leaders on them, right, with little rattles, and this is the rig we use for catfishing.
Yep.
So if you're dragging, drifting, right?
I've even fished with those on anchor.
On anchor, right? Because
Yep.
this basically just keeps it off the bottom,
Yep.
right? Whether you're dragging it along or whether you're gonna just sit anchored, it's just gonna take your bait and just have it sit there.
Yep.
The noise is supposed to attract them.
Yep.
The smell of your bait's gonna get them there, and then this hook is gonna hold them. But people are like, well, why would you pay all that money for a leader?
Yep.
Well, one is I don't trust my own knots sometimes because I don't tie enough of them.
Yep.
And I've had my own knots break, my own leaders break. So I like going to Snag 'em and getting those done, so I don't have to make them.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
so if you want rigs that are going to hold up and not break, and there's times we don't even use the net when we're just fishing for fun. I'll just grab the leader, pull it up,
right up over the top, huh?
and it'll handle it. It's not going to break.
Yeah.
So
Good looking leader.
So there's that.
The ball swivel in the middle there helps keep from
twisting.
Yeah, because when you catch those catfish, they like to roll a lot, so it keeps your line from getting all twisted up too. Is that?
But a lot of that is because you're dragging a float with a bunch of weight and a bunch of stuff on it. It tends to want to spin and get tangled.
Yeah.
You can also go simple.
Yeah.
This is just a Santee Cooper rig made,
Yep.
right? So the question is a colorful one with all the rattles and all that stuff going to work any better than this one?
I think at certain times of year.
Right? It just depends because we've run both.
Yep.
Last weekend, we ran this style. We also ran that style. Different colors. You can pick a color of your choice, whatever you think. There's a lot of energy, a lot of thoughts go into colors.
Yep.
And is it really the colors is what the fish are hitting, or is it the colors because that's what the fishermen are going to buy? Yep. I don't know. I'm just saying there's a lot of options. I think there's a lot of truth into colors.
Yeah.
At certain times of the year. But I go back to that same thing that the guy on the chat said is it's catfish. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
So
one thing nice about these though, these ones here are all hand painted with
and that's the unique thing is I like these. I almost think of and I threw this idea out to Matt a while ago was because your stuff is custom, it's hand painted.
Yeah.
It's going to stand up a little bit longer. It's kind of cool because it is hand. He's got people that he makes stuff. There's old farts fishing versions of these. Some have been retired, some, and I like the word when they say retired.
Yeah.
Because it means they're not making it anymore. If they're not making it anymore, what does it become?
Old.
A collector's item. So now these hand painted things that are limited edition runs, they be great value. One, because they work. One, they're not making it anymore. And all of a sudden now you can trade them like Pokemon cards.
Okay.
Right? It's
If
like,
you
hey,
want
I'll
to,
trade
yeah.
you one of these for one of those. Or but it creates value in a product, and they are made in the US, they're, or I should
Made
say they're
right down there.
painted.
Made all hand painted right down there in Rio Vista.
Right. Hand painted Rio Vista,
Yeah.
assembled here in the United States. Yes, just like anything else that you buy, it says made in the USA. That
Hmm.
stuff ain't made in the USA. It's final assembly and tested in the USA.
Hmm.
All the components, all that stuff comes from overseas. Don't fool yourself.
Yep.
So it's all made, final assembly in the USA. Great product. We use all of it for catfishing. When I'm catfishing, I only use the snag on bag and leaders. Now, if you're not into catfishing and say you're into striper fishing,
Yep.
striper leaders. You can get a 2-pack of these striper 40-pound test. There's a 3-foot hand tied 6-shot Gamakatsu hook. When we're striper fishing, this is what we use,
Yep.
and it catches a lot of big striper. So we love the snag on bag on stripers.
Now, is that these catch a lot of big stripers, or you catch a lot of big stripers? Because I know the difference.
Um, those will hook a lot of big striper. I didn't say that I catch a lot of big
Oh,
striper.
okay,
I'm just
okay.
saying that
Just
the
want to
product
clarify.
catches, and I've seen pictures.
Now,
And
do these come in different hook sizes?
I think what's nice because it is made in the US, if you want a different hook, you just call Matt and say, hey, I want a different hook.
Okay, perfect.
You want to go grab something off the shelf, it's gonna be, what's in the package, but he will custom make anything you want. Now,
Nice.
what is that one?
It's the same thing, striper setup.
But that's different.
It's got a 50-pound line, and it's got a 7 and an 8/0 hook, Kamakatsu hook on them, the tandem hook.
But that's a tandem hook.
Yep.
So the difference there is it's 2 hooks,
Yes.
one slides.
Yep.
So what do I use that for?
For stripers.
Well,
So there's a striper on it.
no, but what do I use that on when I'm bait wise?
We're not saying. No, that you like to use those on the pike minnows.
Exactly. I like using this on the pike minnow because I'll put a double hook. I'll put one, through the lip, and I'll put one somewhere down the back.
Yeah.
But it's got 2 hooks, and I'll use these Gamakatsu tandem hooks. These work good for I think halibut too.
Yep.
But he also makes a halibut specific one.
Okay.
But yeah, these are great hand tied leaders.
Yeah.
And then he also has a whole line of striper stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think I have. I might have his stuff here. I'm not sure. I have to look at what I got. But they're go to their website, snagamadbag'em.com, and
Lots of stuff.
lots of stuff. Now, here's a cool part about snagamadbag'em.com. You go to their website, they have a promo code. You put in Stoney Stone, you'll get 15% off anything you order.
Very nice.
So that helps support us. That helps support him. And Matt's a great guy. He's been doing this for a long time, and makes a really good product. So
Yeah.
uh,
I use his products too.
yep, and everything you need. And if there's something you want,
You can get it.
he'll get it. There's I think Bass Line Bangers just had a new lure come out with their colors and their input. Richard
Yep.
Mutre's got a few products that have come out.
Yep.
Like I said, he's made a few for Old Farts Fishing. And when those things retire, which they will, they become collector items. So make sure you get your Pokemon. All right, let's see.
All right, go on to
Lures. So these are lures you use for striper fishing, right? What else are these things called?
what else are these things
Do they
called?
call them plugs or are they just lures?
I'm not sure. I call them deep divers.
Deep divers, shallow divers.
Yeah.
Right.
These are the deep diver style with the big lip on them there.
Right. I pulled these out. These are what we actually fish right here.
Yeah.
These colors.
Got the little trailer worm on the back there.
So that one's got a red tip, and this one's got a chartreuse.
Yep.
And
Or as we call them, green.
green.
Chartreuse, green, whatever.
But Kevin Brock's got a huge line of tackle. I mean, there's different, qualities of everybody, and Kevin, can make pretty much everything that you need at a really reasonable price as well.
Yeah.
Another local vendor, which we love local guys. But when we're striper fishing, we'll either use the Snag'em stuff or we'll use Kevin's stuff.
Yep.
The key is really colors, I think.
Yeah.
A lot of the products you're going to support your favorites, and people are going to say, "Oh, Usuris are the best," and yeah, but you also look at the price of some of those things.
Yeah.
So you can look at the local guys that can make them and they work. So I would say use what works for you.
Yeah.
And I'm just sharing to you. I'm not saying these are the best things on the market. I'm saying
No.
this is what we use. This is what we use when we're fishing.
Yeah.
Um,
What about that last thing you got?
that's
Your
coming.
your big box.
My big box is coming. But
Yeah.
Kevin Brock has a bunch of great stuff now. I want to
That's-
show this
that's-
cool little box.
That's one more of the things that Kevin
So-
Brock has.
This here, this is what we call a lure box, right? So it holds a ton of product in it. I'm gonna open this up real quick. I love this box. It's well made, plastic, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's a lot. 35.
That's a lot. So it has 35 spots. If you double them up, you can have 60. So I have some of these doubled up, but you can see we've got, different freaking lures, and they just hang in here all nice and neat. You can
Ready
leave your
to
trick
rock and
worms
roll.
on them, but they're all every color under the sun. And then what I do is I'll take some of these empty spots and I just leave the trick worms there. Right? So my trick worms are there until I use them. I don't keep the trick worms forever. I'll get rid of them after a few uses. But everything is nice in this little box. Closes. You can get this box very well made. Close it up here. Got a nice little handle on it.
Yep.
You can carry it. It's got some little feet on the bottom,
Nice.
so it doesn't slide
And it
around on your
drains.
deck.
It's got little holes in the bottom, so if you get water in there, it
Yeah,
drains.
it drains, which is a really cool feature.
Yep.
So a lot of
So your stuff doesn't rust up.
a lot of thought went into that box. So
Yeah.
you can get that box at the Tackle Box in Chico.
Oh, nice.
So look up the Tackle Box on Facebook, on you or Google, but the Tackle Box in Chico, you can get that box for $130.
Nice.
Now, here's the secret. I love secrets. Is if you go in there and say you saw this box, this tackle or lure box, on the Stoney Stone podcast, Fishing with Stoney Stone podcast, he will throw some extras in there. Can't tell you exactly, but I know Kevin takes care of his customers. It might be a few lures, might be some trick worms, could be some swim baits, but he'll throw in a little something if you go in there and buy that $130 box
Yeah.
at the tackle box. And I believe it might even be at fishkevinbrock.com.
Okay.
But if you go there, you can check out his gear as well. He got tons of different tackle.
Yeah, he's got a lot of tackle.
In
Definitely
fact,
got a lot of tackle.
we got some Kevin Brock gear on my oldfartsfishing.com page. So if you're looking to support Kevin and get a Kevin Brock shirt, which supports us, which supports him, it's all one and the same.
It's all supporting.
It's all supporting. Just call us the athletic supporters.
Yeah.
The jock straps. So yeah,
What
that's the products.
yeah. But
What else?
why don't we give some away?
Oh yes, thank you. See, all right, we're gonna give away a bottle of Triple X Blood.
Okay.
I think we should give away one of these little bottles. This
Okay.
pick here. Now, the way this is gonna work, we're gonna ask a trivia question,
Yep.
and it's a two-part question, right?
Yep.
Is it? Let me just say, is it the name and the weight?
Yes.
Okay, the name and the weight. So we're gonna ask a question, and you have to correctly tell us who the person is.
Yep.
And what the total weight was, the
Yep.
accurate total
To
weight.
the second decibel.
To
Yes.
the second decibel, the total accurate weight to
Yep.
the second decibel. And whoever comments first on the chat,
Yep.
right, will win this. If you're at the bash and you're fishing the bash, which we'll talk about here soon, we'll hand deliver it. If you're not, we'll arrange to get that shipped to you.
Yep.
All right.
And
But
we can announce the winner, and maybe they can pick which one of those five
exactly. If
bottles
they're
they get.
online and they want to pick it, they're still there. So get ready. We'll give you a little second here to get ready to start typing. Get your fingers on the keyboard.
Yep.
Put your drink away, whatever it is. Too bad we don't have a drum roll. We have a drum roll, don't we? No, he's all looking for a drum
There we
roll.
go. There we go.
Nope, he's all looking. I know it's on the other
Air
side.
horn.
There we go.
There we go.
All right, here's the question. Whoever answers first is going to get a Triple X Blood bottle. Who currently owns or has the holds the catfish record at
Clear Lake.
Clear Lake? We need the name and the
And the
total
weight.
weight.
Yep.
So we'll wait a second here and see who chimes in. But whoever can answer the correct name and the total weight of the current record holder of the Channel Cat at Clear Lake will win a bottle of Triple X Blood.
Your choice. 5
Yep.
wonderful flavors.
5 wonderful flavors. Or if you want, you can say, I don't want one of those ones. I want an anise bottle. Who answered?
What do we got? What do we got?
Drum roll.
We got the name,
Who's the name? Who?
but it was, I said to the point,
To the point.
To
It's
the
got to
second
be
decimal
4
point.
numbers.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, yeah, close. Chris
Oh.
Wheeler shooting really close.
Oh,
Oh, darn it.
remember,
Digits.
two decimal places.
Yeah.
Yep.
Almost. Come on now.
Now you think we're that smart? We already looked this stuff up, so
Yeah.
we already know the answer.
Yeah.
And
We wouldn't have known.
it's what we looked up, came out of the news, So if you can find that, you can win yourself a bottle. Chris
Yep.
Wheeler was close, but if you know the name, we're not announcing the name. You got to be seeing comments, and you can piece it together. But people that are listening to this on a podcast and not watching it, you'll hear the name here shortly. We're gonna let
Yep,
this.
there's Chris.
Oh.
'Cause Anthony tried to come in with
Oh.
37.42 or 4 also, but then Chris came in with the 37.04.
There you go. So
There it
Chris
is.
Wheeler, right?
Yep.
There it is.
Man, Chris doesn't need any more help.
I know, really.
Oh, come on.
Come
now,
on, Chris.
now I'm gonna feel bad. Is like, you know what? Chris is gonna win a tournament of something that I gave away on my show. Well, we're sitting here
Yep.
like not doing well. This I think kind of backfired in our face. But you know what? I love it. I love the challenge.
Yep.
Chris, which one do you want?
Which flavor?
You can go with a little bottle of anise oil, which man, I love that. A little bit goes a long way. But you got the OG garlic, the stink bait, the blue diamond, the triple X blood, and then the OG. Look, I did that all the garlic OG here without even reading the labels. Do I know
That's
my
pretty
products
good.
or what?
That's pretty good.
That's good for me.
Yeah,
But
just
yeah,
let
just
us
let us
know.
know. Put a comment in there, and we will bring you a bottle of that bright and early on Saturday morning.
And then just to keep you guys up to date, we'll probably do something again next week. Give away some more product, huh?
We'll give away more. I've got more coming, and this is kind of a segue into if you are a manufacturer or you want to be featured on the podcast, reach out to me, Stoney Stone. You can find me information, but 408-889-3671. And we'd love to have you as a sponsor and review your products, put your products out there. So send us some product, let us know, and we'll test it, or get somebody to test it. If say it's an ocean product or something,
Yeah.
or if you want to give us some product to give away, that's awesome, and then we can pull a guest in that will talk about your product.
Yeah.
We love having
sure.
guests, and if you want to be a guest, you just gotta hit me
Let
up.
us know. Yeah.
Speaking of guests, we have one scheduled for next week.
Oh, do we?
Yes, we do. So
Okay.
Matt Graham from Get Out and Fish is going to join. We've tried to connect a few times,
Yep. Yep.
and just couldn't get happen with conflicting schedules. But he's going to join us next Monday, hopefully, knock on wood, and we'll hear more about his organization, what he does. We have had the Nets with Vets guys on. We've had a bunch of different guides on. I did try to have one with Kyle Weiss. We had some technical issues, but now that we've got this podcast and great um,
Working
position,
order.
great working order. Thank you to our super producer Eric
Yes.
with Time Hatter Productions making all this happen. So we've got that going, and so I'm going to reach back out to Kyle see if he's still interested. But there are a few people I would really like to hear from, and but yeah, if you got something, and what I tell people, you don't have to be a tackle supply place, you don't have to be a tackle shop. Those are great people, but I want to hear from the fishermen.
Exactly.
You got a good fishing story, you got something you want to talk about that you use and that works, and you want to give a tip and a trick on some of these things, let me know. We'll get you on. You can be part of the podcast, and we'd love to hear from fishermen. So it's not just companies,
Yeah.
but we definitely like to support all the local business.
Yep.
Chris wants the garlic OG.
The Carlic
All
OG,
right.
one of my
There
favorite.
it
All
is.
right, this one's ding ding ding. We will give something else away next week. I don't know, some of this Big Willie stuff. I'm kind of torn on whether I want to even let that go.
Yeah, you don't want
But
to let your meat rub go.
I don't do, but I'll be
Yeah.
cooking something this weekend.
Okay.
Um, what else? So yeah,
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to. I might have to try to win some of the Big Willie's stuff.
look, you won enough last week, okay?
Well, I'm thinking my wife said she's gonna give me a smoker for my birthday or for Christmas. I don't know which one because they're 3 days apart. But if I get the smoker, I gotta have something to rub my meat with.
This is true, but I guess the question is, what kind of smoker are you looking for? We are smokers, and we've
Just
done
just a
tons.
little guy. Yeah,
Well,
she's talking about the big Masterbuilt
okay,
propane smoker,
what?
little propane smoker that you put the wood
Oh
chips
my
in, and
God, propane smoker. What is wrong with you?
hey, it works, right?
No, you need some education. If you're gonna have a smoke, Eric, do you have a smoker?
Yes.
What kind of smoker?
Wood.
Wood.
Okay,
Wood? Is it a pellet
No.
or just wood? Just old
Just
wood.
old wood.
Okay. So I went from charcoal to wood to pellet.
all right.
Propane is grilling. You don't smoke with propane. I don't care what. No, erase that. Even go with a Smoky Mountain Weber, which is probably like $130. One of the bullet ones, or you can get a small one, but get the bullet ones. You put charcoal in there. That thing. That's how I started smoking meat.
But if
That's
you're
a
putting
solid.
charcoal in the bottom, you're still cooking the meat.
You are, but it's
You're not
still
really
smoking.
smoking.
No, you offset it. It's smoking. You put wood chips in there. You put wood. Your charcoal's just for the heat source. You're putting in
Okay.
wood chips
Well,
for
that's
the
what you
smoke.
do with the propane one too. You still put in the
Oh,
wood chips.
it's different. Come on, any guys out there who smoke their meat? You need Eric shaking his head. No, you do not use propane in smoking meat. Now I cheat because I use a pellet grill now, and I put
Yeah,
pellets, and I use flavored pellets, and I put them in. I close the lid. I set it and forget it, and it's tied to Wi-Fi to my phone, so I can watch the meat
I see. I'm
temperature.
not that fancy. I'm just not that fancy.
Oh, but
Yeah,
yeah, it's a different kind of smoking.
yeah,
But yeah, and mainly because I forget shit. It's out there, and I'm like, so I put a timer. I look at my phone. I can watch. I can track. I can
yeah,
see. I'm like, I know. But
yeah.
and then when I go to an Airbnb and gotta cook some tri-tip for
And
everybody
set the
there,
place on fire.
I'm like, "Where's my phone? Where's my Wi-Fi? How do I do this again? Oh, this is propane. I don't know how to use propane."
You just wait till you start smelling the plastic burning.
That was a hard phone call to make. Now
Yeah.
I got lucky because when I called her to say, "Hey, I think I might have burned your Airbnb down. We melted." She says, "Oh no, that was already melted." I'm thinking,
Thank
well, let's
God.
melt it some more because I didn't know, but that saved my ass because
Yep.
somebody else did. It wasn't just me.
Yep.
It wasn't
Yep.
just me. It's like, well, maybe you need to move that plastic or move the grill, but do not
Yeah.
have a grill next to the plastic.
No, definitely not.
Um,
Bad idea.
so I'm waiting to see when we go up there on the 6th to see if that plastic is still there.
It probably is.
Um,
I'm gonna guess it
it
is.
is, but yeah, we're going to the same. We already booked that Airbnb for all of next year.
Nice.
Um, Ready to rock and roll. So we got our arrangements in order. We're committed to next year's tournaments,
Yep.
which leads me into the next segment.
What's that?
Tournaments. What's going on in the tournament
Before we
world?
go into
Oh,
the
let's
tournaments,
go into questions,
go
answers.
to the comments real quick.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
David Mayo says the puppies were born this morning.
Oh,
And
puppies. So if
thank
you
you
guys,
guys for helping out.
oh yeah,
Even
so
though Ben Harper said Stoney probably had nothing to do with it because it's too close to tournament.
Nice.
so
I don't know what
David,
happened
I
there.
will be giving you a call right after the podcast this evening. Talk to you about the puppies.
there you go. So call him. You got his number?
I believe so.
All right. If not, I
Yeah.
can get him, or we can get him.
Yep.
Facebook message him.
Yep.
But yeah, we're out there. David was fishing this weekend,
Yeah.
and now that he brought it up, was we're out there. We chatted. We were fishing a little close to each other, and we get a phone call. It's like his boat died.
Hmm.
He was running his electronics all morning. Just got into the mode of catching a ton of fish, one after
Yeah.
another, and I've done it. He just let his battery die. He went to go
Yeah.
start his motor. There's no battery.
Yeah.
Luckily, we were close enough. We went over there and McGavered it, got some things going, and it got me thinking. I probably need to put a jumper box on my boat just in case somebody
They're
breaks
nice to
down.
have. I've got one in my boat.
Oh,
They're amazing little box. I mean, you've all seen them, the little jumper boxes. I've seen those things jumpstart semis.
yeah.
Off that little box. So
So
great little
those are
things to
great to
have.
have on your boat. I don't have one, but I'm probably going to get one now.
Yeah.
That would have just made everybody's life a little bit easier.
Yeah.
But we were there to help him out, got him situated. He went on his
Good.
way, went on our way, and but that's what it's about, right?
Yep.
This is a guy we fish against.
Yep.
We're not enemies, we're friends. But
Yep.
come tournament day, you break down. I guess you're broke down.
Yep.
Yeah, 4 o'clock. I'll come pick you up. Just anchor up. We'll be back. It's
Yep.
tournament time.
Yep.
You better call somebody.
But that also goes to, even if you're on the water and you don't know the person,
You still help them.
You still help out.
Yeah, and I joke about that. I mean, if we're in tournament mode, somebody needs help. We're helping them.
Yeah.
The
for
tournament's secondary.
Sure. Yeah.
But if
It's
they're a
just,
teammate, they're not.
Yeah.
It's
it's a little different, than driving. You see somebody pulled over on the side of the road, you just pass them. They're calling AAA or whatever. Out on the water, you don't have that luxury sometimes, and you
and I
got to
believe
count
there's a
on your.
law. There's something a mariner's law thing to where
Yeah.
you have to help somebody in distress.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep.
keep that in mind.
And it's just gives you, that what do they call it? Good karma.
Good karma.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than good karma.
Yep.
But tournaments, we have the bash coming up December 6th.
Oh yeah.
We have 15 great teams that have fought hard all year long to be in the championship.
Yep.
Or I should say, because I know it's been a hot subject for some people, we have 10 teams that made the championship and 5 teams that we gave a wild card spot to.
Yep.
I'll just say now we're not doing that next year. It's going to be 10 teams and that's it. Everybody else is in the open. So I think when I looked last, we've got 6 teams now registered for the open.
Nice.
Sounds like a little bit, but when you combine them, you've got 15, 22 teams fishing this tournament.
Yeah.
So it's just 2 different pots, 2 different things going on. We're running them in parallel. There's different blast off, different weigh-ins. But it'll basically be the championship teams will blast off, I believe, at 7 o'clock, and then
Yeah.
right after those are done, it says 7:30, but I don't think it's going to take 30 minutes to blast off all these boats. So
No.
probably in 15 minutes they'll be getting the second round out.
Yep.
And then the weigh-ins, I think, are the same thing. That everybody's got to be in. I believe I have to go look. Don't quote me. I think it's at 4 o'clock. Um,
Yep.
and everybody's got to be inside the buoys. Now, when we do weigh-ins, the weigh-ins will be the championship first, and then
Yep.
the open. Um, and then we'll do the award ceremonies all at once at the end.
Sounds good.
And so that's kind of the agenda as far as I know. But definitely check up the everybody that's in the championship. We are in a group chat, so
Yeah.
information that we have will be in there. I will be reposting the rules, just so everybody has them. Nothing's changed in them, but it's just so everybody has them and you know what you're going up against.
Yep.
They are set, so don't be, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that. You knew. It's just I'm just republishing them.
Yeah, for sure.
But the rules will be out there. So the bash is coming up
And then next year,
next year. So this
there's already picked. Dates already picked, right?
dates, the flyers out there. Go to the Catfish page, and I should have put it in here so we can show it, but I will show it. But the whole schedule for next year is set. It's
Yep.
all at Clear Lake. No jumping around to Lake Mendocino, which I kind of miss it. It was one of those like, man, everybody just didn't want to, but you know what? It really made you work, and we
Yeah.
learned a lot about ourselves, about fishing
Mhm.
different waters,
Trusting yourself.
trusting yourself, and putting your knowledge to work. So I
Yep.
like that aspect, and that's the thing you're going to see this year in the bash, is that not every tournament's going to be like this one, where you're going to launch at 7 o'clock right at
Yeah.
sunlight and go till 4 o'clock. It's going to be a mix. There's going to be some, like, hot August nights is going to be another nighttime time.
Yep.
Is it going to be the same like noon, or are we going to do a nighttime tournament because it's going to be cooler? That's
Yep.
a lot of talk about doing that, is take
An overnighter.
that August one, instead of do like a 7
7
p.m.
to 7.
or 6 to 6 or
Yeah.
7 to 7. I like 7 to 7. So
Yeah.
7 o'clock you're launching,
Yep.
and 7 o'clock you're weighing in,
Yep.
and you're just out there all night.
Yep.
And so that would be interesting. It's gonna be
It'll be
cooler
fun.
than 110 it was, or whatever it was
Yeah,
this year.
for sure.
Um, so those are just things we're talking about. We'll see how
Right.
it plays out. As you know, a lot has to do in the venue.
Yeah. But after this championship, you're gonna have to kind of roll over pretty quick because that first tournament's coming up pretty quick after that
Right.
in January, right?
Right. So we have December, beginning of December, and then the beginning of January.
Yeah.
And
So you don't have much time to roll over into the next year.
right. So talking about that is, as soon as December finishes, just like we do, we get the results out pretty quickly.
Yep.
So usually by Sunday, all the results are out. Sometimes that night, but I
Yeah.
think we got some other things going on Saturday night that I'll talk about as well. Um, is we'll get the standings out, and then that following week, Monday, Tuesday, registration for the next tournament opens.
Yep.
So we will get that out there. We'll make sure we get the rules out for 2026 right after the bash, so
Okay.
that way you can make some decisions. The rules are going to be set. We learned a lot this year. We're going to set some rules at the beginning, and those are the rules for the year. No more changing. So now you make a choice as, yes, I'm going to follow these rules and I want to be in it, or I don't want to do this. It's whatever.
Yep.
So you can decide right up front, and then you can chase the points like you did in 2025. And then if you win 2025, you have a chance at winning 2026.
Yep.
But we're committed. Old Farts Fishing, we've got it set for next year, and we'll see what next year brings us.
Yeah. Should be
Um,
exciting.
it's gonna be exciting. What else? I know. What's on your mind?
What's on my mind? Winning the championship.
That's on your mind. Winning the championship.
That's what's on my mind.
So this is your first year fishing a series,
Yep.
and you want to win the series your first year out.
Why not?
I'm just saying. I'm
I
just
haven't
repeating back.
I haven't podiumed yet, so I figure I'd wait until the last to go ahead and do that.
So I have to say that at least I've podiumed a few times over the years.
Over the years,
Over the years.
yeah.
This year was a rough year for us.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think I have to
So
look back. I think we've won Big Fish, or we've done a
You
few
did
things.
Big Fish. You got Big Fish right there from
Right.
Mendocino.
But I think we've
Um,
always been right outside. Like we're like
Yeah.
third place, or
Yeah,
but
kinda.
we've never been in the money this year.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Just the Big Fish was all you got this year. Well,
Look
yeah.
at the shot.
there it is.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Oh, that old thing? Whatever.
Oh, yeah, that was in the past. No,
Yeah,
this
so-
one. No.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Got my wife out there with me. My other fishing partner's not gonna be able to make it. Um, so I'm kind of got to talk to the wife about a third to see if we get somebody else to join us on the boat.
Nice.
Um, but yeah, it's going to be a good time. I think it's going to be fun.
Very cool.
It'll be interesting. I think I'm going to do good. We'll
I'm
see.
hoping.
I
Just
got
not
a new
too.
rod we got to try out
It's
and
still.
reel. You know,
I woke up and
and
went.
the kicker about that, as soon as I walked in the door with that thing, my wife said, "Oh, you got me a new pole."
And I woke up in the morning and went, where the hell did my pole go?
She said, "That's the one I wanted."
Well,
I'm
I'm
like,
glad I
"Well."
can make your wife happy again. No, just kidding. Um,
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna break in that new pole and see if we can't bring it home.
cool. Another tournament that's going on, not real soon, but next year is going to be the Channel Cat Classic.
Yep.
So Richard's working real hard on that. I'm sure when he's got some new updates or things he wants to talk about, he'll be reaching out and get on the podcast.
Yep.
He has an open invitation to join, but we're the unofficial podcast for everything catfishing in Northern California.
Yeah.
Whether all the tournaments, Chris Wheeler's got his thing going on with Clash of the Titans.
Yep.
He has an open seat to talk about whatever he needs to through us as well. We always like to say you heard it here first.
Yep.
So we try to keep a thumb on everything going on in that
And if
world.
anybody else out there has any good information about
Any tournaments,
catfishing anywhere in California,
right?
if it's hot somewhere, give us a call.
Yeah.
Jump on the podcast here on Facebook and give us a call and let us know where it's going on.
Yeah, and if you got something you want to share, something you have an event, you have something going on, let us know. We'll shout it out.
Yeah.
We'd love to include you in what's in the news section.
Yeah. For sure.
There's a lot of tournaments that are going on throughout the year. We'll fish a few striper tournaments. We've been known to do a sturgeon tournament, and so when those things come up, and you have something you want to talk about, let us know. We'll shout it out, and just
Yeah.
kind of keep this thing going. I appreciate
For sure.
everybody's support.
Yeah.
Like I said, we got a lot of great sponsors. We did some product reviews today. We gave away some product with the
Yep.
trivia, so we're gonna try to do that every week if we can. As long as I got product to do it, we'll try to get something out, or it could even be some old fart stuff.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, go to the oldfartsfishing.com
Yep.
and check out our online store. Lots of new cool products there. A lot of things we're starting to design for gifts.
Yep.
So your mom might want it, your brother, your sister, somebody wants to buy you something. Go check it out and give a hint. Say, hey, I really like this shirt. Anthony did that on the. He was live. He was live on Clear Lake, and one of his buddies, all, man, I want one of those old farts fishing hoodies. And he's all, no problem, I'll get you one. And I'm like, how are you gonna get him one? He's online, so I guess I'll go to the store. But was cool because Anthony's like, how am I gonna go get it to him and all this stuff? It's like he ordered it online at the store. It shipped
Oh,
directly to them.
yeah.
So Anthony didn't have to worry about trying to figure it out, how to get it there.
Yep.
But he went online and ordered a shirt for one of his buddies. And
Yep.
so as I started thinking about the store, it's like I gotta create designs that people are going to buy a gift for somebody and make them
Yeah.
cool. There's a dad one I created. It's really cool. There's
Your
a
grandpa.
grandpa one I just
Yeah.
released.
I like that one.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And but if you got an idea, you want me to put something together, shit, I'll get creative. And
Yeah.
usually after 420, I come up with my best ideas. Do they all stick? No,
Yeah.
but sometimes they do. And look at where we are now.
Sometimes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But we are getting to the top of the hour. Again, thank you, Amazing Fishing, Snag 'em, Bag 'em, Kevin Brock, and I can't forget Hook 'em Big. We didn't do a product of Hook 'em Big, but all I got to do is say, go watch our videos on Old Farts Fishing on YouTube and Facebook. The Hook 'em Big rods speak for themselves. You definitely see them in
Oh,
action.
yeah.
They hooked up a lot of fish, and it's a great combination for under $100. I think it's like 82, 89 bucks now. You can get you a great rod. So definitely Hook 'em Big. We did use some Kevin Brock rods. I like using those for spun fishing because,
Yep.
man, it's a hell of a fight. I'm not trying to horse a fish in for a tournament, but they're strong enough to withstand, a big old catfish
Yep.
and a lot
They
of
are.
play. It's great for striper. He's got new kokanee rods coming out in at the ISE show, but another great rod. But anyway,
Very nice.
anything else you want to say before we sign off?
No, just be safe out there on the water, everybody.
Yeah, and we will see you next week. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Yes. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your family.
Enjoy your family. Now, I did talk to Kevin. We are still doing the real talk with Kevin Brock on Thursday.
Okay.
Even though it's Thanksgiving, if you guys aren't into football, you're stuffed, and you're like, man, I need something to do. I need a break from the family. Your in-law Dave is over, and you're like, what the hell? And you want to go escape to a podcast and listen in. You hear some spiritual advice or you need some help, definitely call in to Kevin Brock's podcast. It's a great show. I'm just glad to be part of it, and it's all
Mhm.
about Kevin in that one. So
He's a good guy. Very
great
good
guy. Anyway, thanks all. See you next week or Thursday night.
Yep.
All right.